There you are. How's your arm, Ivy?
Better. What did I miss?
The Ministry people were not pleased to hear about the message from Not Me. They think it's a threat against them.
There's going to be an investigation. That's why they sent for you. They want to question us at the same time.
Question us? Do they think we had something to do with it?
I'm sure the Ministry will try to blame us for this, just like they blamed my mother for something she didn't do.
Oh, hello, Professor Dumbledore.
Hello there. We've met before, haven't we?
Yes, sir. 2 years ago. We came here to, borrow the pensive.
Ah, yes, I remember. And here you are again, looking every bit as troubled as you were during your first visit.
This is new trouble.
Ministry trouble.
Good for you.
Excuse me? How is that good?
Well, it's been my experience that a rebuke from the Ministry most likely means you're doing something right.
Ah, Miss Warrington, you're here. Good. This is Lindерина Crane. She works in the Ministry's improper use of magic office and would like to ask you a few questions.
Yes, a brief interrogation will do. First, you two may have your wands back. Miss Warrington, if I might borrow yours a moment. An incarcerous spell. Very impressive for a witch of your age. But not particularly useful if your intention is to incinerate a tree.
I was not intent on any such thing.
Yes, I know you weren't, and neither were your friends. Of course, you might have been involved in some way.
We weren't.
Yes, I believe you. You were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Or perhaps it was the right time, as you seem to have stopped the villain mid-deed. Bravo. You claim the suspect was wearing a white mask with distinctive markings, correct? Can you draw this for me? Yes, that's definitely not me. And we're so close. All we need to do is simply track the suspect back to their classroom and collect our confession.
I'm sorry, but did you say classroom? Are you suggesting another student is involved?
Don't be ridiculous. Clearly it was a professor.
A Hogwarts professor? That is ridiculous.
Is it? Were you aware that nearly all of Not Me's demonstrations have occurred during school holidays?
Well, no, but we're not on holiday now, are we?
You are not, but this particular demonstration occurred at Hogwarts. Coincidence? I think not. I only require access to the staff, students, classrooms, grounds, and all miscellaneous magical creatures found on the premises.
Is that all?
Yes, that should do, for now.
Well, go on then. You're dismissed.
You were right, Ivy. Not Me is at Hogwarts.
Crane certainly thinks so. Although it sounds like she was convinced of that before she arrived.
And that's why we need to watch her. If we don't, another innocent person might end up under the Ministry's thumb.
There you are. Prophet. 3 students at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry were cleared of all charges after initially being suspects in a brazen attack in Hogsmeade. According to lead investigator Lindorina Crane, the dangerous display was undoubtedly the work of the anarchist organization known as Not Me, despite the fact that no Muggles were present to witness the event.
Clearly, the Prophet does not approve of the Ministry's handling of the Not Me scandal. You see, they're looking for someone to blame to appease the press. It would have been us if they could have twisted the truth.
Sounds to me like someone's upset they didn't get their picture in the paper. Poor little Danny Page, still not famous. Lay off.
Oh my! Look at that!
Good morning, class. Today, I have something very special to share with you. Mimbulus Mimbletonia. It's a hybrid, in fact. They don't normally grow this large. If we're lucky, it'll bloom this spring, which is a very rare occurrence indeed.
It smells awful.
Oh, yes. Quite dreadful. It's the pustules, which I strongly advise not touching unless it's always been your desire to be covered in stink sap. Of course, once the plant becomes familiar with you, it's quite friendly. Or, if you're on maintenance duty, at least wearing protection.
Like, say, a mask.
May I help you?
Yes, Professor Longbottom. Is it?
It is, Miss Crane. I'm surprised you don't remember me.
Oh, I know who you are, Professor. It's hard to miss a hero of the Battle of Hogwarts.
That's not what I meant. We were at school together. You were 3 years ahead, but still found time to laugh at my occasional misfortune, more than once as I recall.
Now, as I understand it, you were the first on the scene once the smoke had cleared. Is that correct, Professor?
I arrived just as the fire had subsided, yes.
Interesting. And what were you doing in Hogsmeade?
I was headed to the Three Broomsticks. Is that a crime?
No, of course not. Odd that you chose the path you did. So close to the square. So far from the tavern.
It wasn't Professor Longbottom. It was the other wizard.
Yes, the man in the mask, who you described as tall, broad-shouldered, and quite adept with a wand. Where is your wand, Professor? I might want to take a look at it.
Ooh, be careful, Miss Crane. I don't think it likes you. As for my wand, the last few spells I cast all went toward mending the damaged tree in Hogsmeade.
How convenient. I'll be back.
I think you better go before Miss Crane thinks we're conspiring together.
I can't believe she suspects Professor Longbottom. She suspects everybody. Oh, look, it's an owl.
For me, I'll never get post.
I thought no one knew about your family.
So did I. Apparently, I was wrong.
Maybe there's a note. Check on the back.
It's an address in Hogsmeade and a message.
What does it say?
It says, "Come alone." That's the goblin we saw before. He was spying on us.
What do we do now?
He's only expecting Daniel, right? We can sneak up behind him and then... Hey, why aren't you paying attention?
Run!
Where do you think you're going?
Augmente! Incendio! Are you? You're making a mistake. Ventus! Fire! Essence of Dittany! Augmente! Incendio! Of Dittany. Augmente.
Daniel Page and Associates. My name is Victor Gridley. Welcome to my humble abode. I trust you found your way without incident.
No trouble. Until we were attacked.
Perhaps next time you'll follow instructions and come alone.
Don't count on it. Wherever he goes, we go.
Feisty! I like her. As for you, Daniel, you're bigger than when last I saw you. As I recall, you spent most of my visit hiding behind your mother's robes. Quite proud of you, she was. Had big plans. It's a shame how things turned out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come now, Daniel. There's no need to hide who we are. A certain moral flexibility is nothing to be ashamed of. Kalina knew that. It's what made her a first-class criminal.
My mother is not a criminal.
No. She earned herself a holiday in Azkaban for being an upstanding citizen, did she?
It's the Ministry's fault. Because of their ridiculous laws about performing magic in front of muggles. They needed someone to blame, so they sent her to Azkaban. She's innocent.
Spoken like a true criminal.
What do you want?
Only what is mine, my dear. Kalina owes me a debt. Perhaps you've seen a coin like this.
It's the coin you showed us last year.
I made it, as I made the one I gave to your mother. It's meant to remind her of the debt she owes, which, as you can see, is long overdue. Now, as she is presently unavailable, I would like her son to pay it.
I don't have any money.
Of course you don't. That is why I have a task for you.
I'm not going to do your dirty work.
No, my boy, these hands are clean. I am merely a procurer of very special, sometimes hard-to-find items. I'm simply a businessman.
You're a thief. You probably want me to steal something from Hogwarts that you can't get to. That's it, isn't it?
You're half right. I do need your access, and the item in question is indeed very special. It's a key, a skeleton key, capable of unlocking any door, be it magical or muggle. But you won't be stealing it. You'll be returning it to its rightful owner, me.
Are you saying that someone stole this key from you and hid it at Hogwarts?
Not just the key, but the thief as well. One of your professors, no doubt. I don't have a name, but I do know he or she is a member of Not Me. I tracked the scoundrel to Hogwarts, but was unable to secure a name. The fireworks display was simply an attempt to force them into the light.
You pretended to be the Order so that the real Not Me would expose themselves.
And had you not got in the way, my associates would have learned the fool's identity. That task now falls to you. I don't care how you do it. I read about the Ministry's investigator. Follow her if you must. I want the culprit and my key.
I already told you I'm not going to help you.
No? Don't you want to help your family? Help your mother and your sister?
You leave Esme alone. She's not even a witch.
Which means it's up to you to protect her by whatever means necessary. Don't be afraid of who you are, Daniel. Embrace it. Good boy. Do not attempt to alert any of your professors, because I will find out. And just in case you're still not convinced...
Augmente! Incendio. Phoenix. Ventus. Augmente. Of Dittany.
It's been difficult for their kind since they joined forces with you-know-who and lost. The Ministry refused to let them return to Azkaban, leaving most to wander. I found this one in a very dark corner of London and made a deal with him. He helps me with persuasion, and I make sure he gets a square meal now and then. If you don't want your sister to join us for tea, bring me what I ask for.
He has a Dementor. What are we going to do?
We do what he says. We find not me, and get back this key.
All while keeping Crane from finding it first. This is not going to be easy. Maybe we should tell a professor. Or better yet, the headmistress. Professor McGonagall will know what to do.
No! You heard what Gridley said. We can't risk him going after Esme. Plus, if we tell someone, the whole school will find out my family is in prison, and that is the last thing I want.
Would it really be so bad if people knew?
Yes! It would never be the same!